All right, Pep Guardiola under immense pressure at Man City. You know, it is really very, very bad for this guy. In the last 10 games, he has lost 7, I think drawn 2, and obviously won 1. It's really something that we all haven't gone ahead, obviously, see or experience under any Pep Guardiola's era. Way that Bayern Munich, Barcelona, and Man City. And looks like, as the ex-United manager had to say, that he's Eric Ten Hag, that every era comes to an end. It looks like even the Pep Guardiola era is going to be coming to an end. Dusan Vlahovic in the 53rd minute went ahead to obviously score a goal, and then Weston McKennie 75th minute went ahead to obviously bury off Man City in Turin. And I tell you what, it was not easy. It was not easy for the side of City, and they're really struggling to obviously couple up things and really get themselves back to winning ways. Smash like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and remember, we are powered by Mono Gadgets, dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops, and dealers in used phones and used laptops. So go ahead and obviously go down and really call them on that number +256 70 9988 665, and you'll thank me later. So that is Mono Gadgets for you, and that's what they've gone ahead obviously do into the mix. So as it stands, they also deal in affordable smartwatches. So call them onto that number and obviously see to it that everything really goes on as planned. Now, let's obviously see what Pep Guardiola had to say about this encounter where he lost another game of football. Pep Guardiola said, "I'm nervous sometimes, have bad days, mess up a lot, and rudeness makes me nervous. Do I lose my mind sometimes?" He said, "Yes. I sleep badly and don't digest football well. I always have to eat light, only soup in the evening. But I'm the same coach as 5 months ago, the one who won the Premier League title. I don't fight my state of mind. If my state of mind is ugly, it is really ugly. But I know it will pass. The same when I am overjoyed. I know it will pass. I sincerely believe that it will be a year with great difficulties. We have to find continuity. But if we make it through in the Champions League, it won't be easy for someone to face us." So, City is really doing bad, and I tell you what, they are really looking ugly as a side of City. Even in the Champions League, they might not go through among the best 8. You know, they might not go through among the best 8 players, you know, as the best 8 teams of the league. So we are waiting to see how things are really going to pan out for the manager of Man City, because you all know to it that it's very hard to obviously dispose of players, because the players are really expensive to dispose. It's very easy to dispose of the team, you understand. Sorry, to dispose of the manager, because his sacking clause is really not all that hard. But for Pep, it's not all that easy for him. When you read those words there, it's easy to understand that obviously he's really under immense pressure, and we don't know how he's really going to overcome this. But all in all, it's not going to be an easy job for the manager of City to obviously get his players back. And this is really bad to an extent that the player that had gone ahead to obviously get Man City into the best way of really shielding that back four well is really out of action for close to the entire season, and that is none other than Rodri, you know. So it shows you that they're not really doing great, and they are playing Manchester United over the weekend, but even Man United are really sick, and 2 sick teams of Manchester are really going to be facing themselves, and we don't know who is really going to embarrass each other. But even Man United is not into its best performances or best shape possible. Pep was asked about his dressing room. He said the dressing room is stable. When we win, we are happy. When we lose, we are not, as it's normal, and you have to stand up. What can I do? Feel sorry for ourselves? Will we go forward? Obviously, that is the big question. So he's like trying to put out a narrative that his side will obviously kill off someone if at all it goes through to the next stage of the beautiful game of football. You understand? So, as it stands, it's not obviously gonna really bear fruits for Pep Guardiola, and I think those are just threatening remarks and trying to obviously send a message that he's really that old lion, that always has to obviously trap its prey at the door of a toilet. But I don't see to it that there is something special in what he's really saying. All he has to admit is that his team is not performing very well, and it's really not up to the standards, right? He's really one of those players that, he's a manager that is really great, but his greatness is really gonna be in tatters very soon. I tell you, if Man City don't win, like they really fail to get back to winning ways, like on a constant basis in the next 3 games, his job is going to be under serious question marks. You get? Sacking him will be inevitable, because this is where I told people that any person is sackable. No one is really insackable. Every manager is sackable, especially when you put in bad results. Now, Pep Guardiola, I question myself in the good moments and the bad moments. I was stable in the good moments and I'm stable in the bad moments. Obviously, he won't come out and really tell you the real truth about what this game of football is all about. He'll obviously come out and obviously beat about the bush, but I tell you, he's not the same kind of manager that he was, because he's not used to this. I tell you, do you know what it means? For the years you've gonna obviously be playing the game of football or managing the game of football. You understand? Since 2008. You get? Till now, 16 games in the game, 16 seasons of managing football at top tier, and you've been at the helm of every team that you've gonna hate to face. Now, if things are not going your way, you can't be the same. He's really lying. I tell you the truth. The manager is not the same. I tell you this. The manager is not the same and is not feeling the same. I tell you, because he's not any stable in his mind. Things are not really going on the right way he wants them to go. That is the manager himself, known as Pep Guardiola. You understand? Things are not really moving on well as planned for his side. Then Ruben Dias, the captain, sometimes captain's Man City, has come up and said the following. It looks like every ball that comes close to Man City's goal goes in, but that's when you have to be strong to get out of the situation, and that's the personality of each of us. Look at ourselves, the team, the trust team, whatever happens, keep the belief, keep looking forward. It's the only way. Do better, be better as a player individually and as a team. So, City are nowhere close good. They're nowhere near good. And I know players who are really experienced like Ruben Dias will obviously have to come up and really make excuses, but we all know that it's not business as usual at Man City. The players are really trying to do the needful, but I don't really believe that they can turn this around. I think the only thing that can help them is Pep Guardiola getting a decent CDM. You get? If he gets a decent CDM in January, if he really fits in well, like a glove, into the team of City, then all will be well, and they'll obviously cruise back. But right now, the game of Pep Guardiola, you saw him at Barcelona, had Busquets. You saw him at Bayern Munich. He went with Thiago Alcantara. He always wants to be having that CDM that is really good on the ball. When he came in at City, he found there Yaya Toure, and then he brought in Fernandinho. Then there came in Rodri. You get? He's that kind of manager whose system thrives on really having a decent CDM, right? And guess what? He's not one of those. And Rodri has been really very pivotal to what Man City has been. Do you know why? They've always gonna hate to see to it that all comes to pass through them. No one is going to put out many passes than this guy. So I tell you what, it's not always easy to see to it that everything really moves on like that. So Pep and his team are really struggling, and they're really nursing wounds again. Ruben Dias, he has said again, we had our chances, very good ones, I would say, but the kind of team we are is you don't really leave a game like this to chance. You win it, period. That's where our focus is. The game could have been very difficult. Very different, but it doesn't matter. The kind of what we play is we win or we win. We have to be better. That's what he said. So obviously they have to question themselves because their performances are really out of the world. And I tell you, they are really struggling. And to show that they're really struggling, what speaks better? Obviously, when we talk about the stats, 10 by Juventus, that is shots, and 12 by Man City. 5 shots on target by Juventus. Man City had 31% ball possession by Juventus, and obviously City had 69. Then 310 passes completed by Juventus. 699 passes completed by Man City. 85% passing accuracy by City, 93% passing accuracy by 85% passing accuracy by Juventus, 93% passing accuracy by City. 8 fouls by Juventus and 7 fouls by City. 1 yellow card to Juventus and 2 yellow cards to City. No red cards issued to either sides. Then 3 offsides to Juventus, 1 offside to Man City, 2 corners to Juventus and 6 corners to Man City. Now, let me show you where City is to show you that they're not really doing good at all. See where they are. 22nd position. That's where City is. Have you seen where City are? They are having 8 points. So they are going to be, even if they win the remaining 2 games, I tell you, they'll be having 14, And there is no way, I think they're going to get into these top 8 because these top 8 just need 1 point to see that City doesn't surpass against them. So looks like they'll go to the playoffs, and I think they've tried to obviously go ahead and obviously do it the hard way. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is my name, and hope everything is really moving on as planned. So thank you for obviously watching this beautiful channel, and continue to put in the required shift altogether. I'm out for now. See you later. But City are really struggling over the weekend. They are playing Manchester United, and after them playing Manchester United, City will obviously have to play away at Aston Villa. That is the 21st of December, meaning they'll have 6 days of rest. Then they'll host Everton, play away at Leicester City on the 29th of December, and then I think that's when they're going to end the year. So I think they're like, when is this year coming to an end? Maybe by the 1st of January, they would have gone to get in a stadium that will obviously do a very decent job for them into the mix. So that's what you're really having in through from Rokani Media Football. Second video of the day, and more videos are here to come. Bye-bye.